Mary, I was curious about how you started the OIC movies. I mean, when you started the signing vlogs. Kenya, do you mean way back when I first started? Yes. How you first decided to start the project. Well, Kenya, my family and friends are deaf, and we would take turns recording ourselves. Then my hearing friend in Florida contacted me because they saw my video. They said I should do the news for the deaf. I thought that was a good idea. So I went to Florida, and man, it was hot. I was miserable. I wore a long sleeve shirt, long pants. It was terrible. This all took place in the early 80s. You probably weren't even born yet. Well, anyways, it doesn't matter. Back then, there were no computers or emails. Technology was so slim. We had to use VHA tapes for recording. We didn't know how we were going to continue funding for the project because we had no financial support. We had to stop the project, but it was in the back of my mind. I always thought about it. Many years later, maybe a year or two ago, my friend asked me if I wanted to start a project signing the news vlog for the deaf. The friend had financial ability to help me start this project. Oh, Mary, that's good. So I see your OIC site that you mention a lot of different subjects. How do you decide what topic to discuss? Glad you asked, Kenya. I try to talk about all the things that deaf people need to be aware of, like the latest news, things they may need to have explained to them. So they contact me and I make a video about the subject because those deaf individuals may have the same interest or questions. So, Mary, do you write all this yourself? Well, Kenya, I used to write it down and I would try to follow it and sign at the same time, but it was hard to follow. Now, I type it in the computer and I can see it on the screen, Can't think of the name of it. Teleprompter? Yes, teleprompter. It is so much easier to read it, and I don't lose my place. Mary, it's not difficult to sign at the same time the words are up there? Well, Kenny, it's a little difficult, but when I was growing up, I was hard of hearing, and I was given a sign like the sign for headphones because when I was interpreting, they would help me to hear some. But now I'm completely deaf, and I just use the teleprompter. It's a lot easier now to watch the camera. Oh, Mary, that's perfect. When you continue with your OIC movies, what do you see for the future? Do you want any changes? Well, Kenya, I would like to see the deaf people continue to be involved with sharing the things they want to continue to discuss, like deaf people in the hearing community. I would like to tell stories like things the deaf people want to talk about. I would like to do more different videos to discuss the deaf community so I can keep informed with the latest news. Well, everybody, that's all I have on OIC Movies with Mary.